lived and worked in Brooklyn, New York, where he owned his very own company called 114 Macon. When the government announced the Paycheck Protection Program in 2020, Miles decided to use his business to get relief for his payroll. He claimed that 114 Macon had 50 employees and an average monthly payroll of $768,838. The program accepted his tax returns and other tax documents and awarded him $1.9 million, enough to hold 114 Macon's payroll over for at least 2 months. Miles received the funds in his savings account a short time later after submitting his files. As you already know, Miles spent a good-sized chunk of his funds on luxury cars.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, host KD, and I'm back with another video. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I told you every day, G. Every day. No, my bad. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I was tweaking. But look. We got something different today, so I advise you right now in the beginning of the video, hide your wallet, hide your credit card, hide your SIM card, hide your every type of card. Goddamn it, we finna go into the world of swipers. We finna go into the world of swiper, no swiping. You feel me? These young niggas been smacking shit, but apparently they got caught. So we finna see what they did to get them caught. You feel me? So, without further ado, make sure everything working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Without further ado, you already know what you came for, so we're finna get into the video right now.
Exactly can happen when people try to show and tell just a little too much. Let's get right to it and start with number 5, running for the status. Before she was arrested for credit card fraud, Ariel Foster was a track star at LaSalle University in Boston. She had a bright future there as a student athlete until the arrest. Foster ran for the track team while studying at LaSalle on a scholarship. At the time, she was a freshman with very little money. So, to help pay for some of her living expenses, Foster got a job at Burlington Mall in their jewelry store called La Visa. One day, during an interview with a local newspaper reporting on her athletic performance, Foster bragged to the reporter that she was buying herself a $35,000 Tesla sedan. After buying the car,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, see, and then that's like, it be folks like this though, like, you so smart that you figured out how to spin, but you not smart enough to know that you are a track star being locally scouted by damn near everybody. So your name come up, you got actual fans and actual supporters already, and you just need a little money. The money was gonna come. All you had to do was be patient. But obviously you want to do that. And now you are finna tell a news reporter that you finna spend $34,000 and you a freshman in college on a car.
Foster posted a photo of the red car on social media. She posted the photo
and posted a picture of the car. Like, you could have recanted your statement. I was just talking. Ooh, I ain't really got it like that. Make it, you know what I'm saying? But you doubled down and posted a picture.
February, along with several other posts of fancy things she bought. These items included a $5,000 Louis Vuitton purse, $6,000 worth of Delta airline tickets, which brought her to Maui, Hawaii, where she spent an additional $20,000 for the hotel there. The part that...
For the hotel? You spend damn near your car on just a hotel? No, hold on. You know what? Since it's only 5 of these, and obviously they long, I'm gonna give my opinion after every one. So I'm gonna wait till this one done, then I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Busted Foster the most was the caption of her Tesla post. She wrote that the Tesla was her biggest flex because she paid for it with cash money instead of taking out a car loan. Police started looking into Foster's bank statements after the jewelry store La Visa reported a massive theft at their store of over $500,000. Her bank statements revealed the exact amount that La Visa had lost and showed up on her account around the time of the theft. The investigators arrested Foster in her dorm room, even though the track star insisted she was innocent. The investigators brought her in and showed her the evidence they had, leading to Foster confessing to the theft. Foster admitted to stealing the money and revealed to detectives how she managed to embezzle so much money. In a nutshell, Foster would increase the price of an already expensive item, sell the item to a customer, then siphon the extra money off to herself. How did she do it? Foster figured out how to transfer the difference over to a credit card she owned. Foster began this process on February 2nd and stopped on February 22nd, the day Lavisa called the police to report a card scanning machine breach. Foster claimed that she had stolen the money.
Hold on, so I'm confused. What you mean she separated the difference? She marked it up. So what, did she work at the jewelry store? How did she get the jewelry and sell it to other people? Like, without them feeling like it was some type of shady business going on. Like, what the fuck?
To help relieve stress that stemmed from the need to provide for her and her family. However, the lack of stress detected in
spending $20,000 on the motherfucking hotel is real stress relieving.
her later interviews, and the fact that a good chunk of the money was spent on material things for herself, she had lots of doubt on her claims. Foster is facing grand larceny charges, which could very well result in jail time. Number 4. PPP luxuries. Supposed small business owner Leon Miles spent his first couple months of the pandemic.
Okay, so that was the first one. Yeah, she tweaking, like you was a track star. One, the money was gonna come. All you had to do was wait. You was impatient. Then instead of doing what you said you was gonna do with the money, take care of what you needed, you went splurging and you documented the splurge. You deserve jail time. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna bab. Y'all had deserve to be in jail. You tweaking. You had a perfectly good career path, and you just threw that away to flex. Shit crazy.
Buying a Bentley and an Escalade. The grand total for both cars amounted to $350,000, $250K for the Bentley, and $100K for the Cadillac Escalade. There were the latest models. Not long after purchasing the luxurious cars, Miles posted photos of them on his social media pages, mainly Instagram. The post looked oddly suspicious to investigators, who knew that, based on government records, Miles had recently received a substantial amount of funds from the PPP, $1.9 million to be exact. We don't need to tell you that the payment...
Damn. See. And I ain't gonna lie, let me talk about this topic. I gotta talk about it right now before this even. No, okay, hold on. All right. I'm gonna wait.
Protection program is meant to help businesses maintain their payrolls while not getting any operating income, and not for buying luxury cars. Also, similar to the unemployment assistance programs, the PPP only required some taxes documentation that can easily be forged by literally anyone with a computer, and basic knowledge of how to fill out a form. Miles was one such individual. Miles lived and worked in Brooklyn, New York, where he owned his very own company called 114 Macon. When the government announced the Paycheck Protection Program in 2020, Miles decided to use his business to get relief for his payroll. He claimed that 114 Macon had 50 employees and an average monthly payroll of $768,838. The program accepted his tax returns and other tax documents and awarded him $1.9 million, enough to hold 114 Macon's payroll over for at least 2 months. Miles received the funds in his savings account a short time later after submitting his files. As you already know, Miles spent a good-sized chunk of his funds on luxury cars. One might assume that he gave the rest to his 50 employees. He didn't, because Miles didn't have 50 employees. He didn't even have 40 or even 10 employees. Miles had 0 people working for him. After investigators saw the Instagram posts, they decided to take a closer look at Miles' tax records. They found that in reality, Miles' company, 114 Macon, hadn't filed any tax returns for the previous year, 2019. And the business address he listed wasn't a commercial address, but his home. Investigators quickly charged Miles with committing fraud for forging his tax documents to use taxpayer dollars for his own selfish material gain. In July of 2022, Miles pleaded guilty to making false statements on a document. Despite pleading guilty, Miles still received 72 months behind bars from the judge, partially because his max sentence was 30 years and because the federal and state governments are trying to make an example of criminals like Miles. The government has provided over $500 billion in relief money through the PPP. But unfortunately, some of those funds were obtained through forgeries, costing the government billions. Fortunately, in Miles' case, the government was able to recover some of the money he stole after freezing the loan. Number 3. Desto.
Hey, G. Flag on the play. You tweaking. And I'm gonna tell you what, G, bro. You just, bro, you use your house address on the fake document you know you was gonna get for all this, bro. You put your house on there. Why would you put your house on there? You gave them, okay, let's just pull up to this address. And your dumb ass coming outside. Like, what the fuck, fool? You slow. Then, second, you instantly spent, what he said, $500,000? What he said, 300,000, 400,000? Bro, you just smacked for 1.9. And you gonna go spend 13, 15, however many % of your shit just like that. And post about it. Bro, you just hit a major lick. And another thing I was gonna say for the other time I paused, bro. And for the niggas that I know specifically, and I know it's a lot of you niggas out there that got away with that PPP, cause y'all was smacking for 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. It's niggas like him that just hit for damn near 2 million. That's why y'all ain't go to jail, G. Don't think you got off. Well, you got off. You definitely got off. You got off. I ain't gonna lie. That was a sweet one. You came up, my boy. But shit, this right here why you ain't go to jail. Cause they up here, his niggas probably smacked for more than what he smacked for. Probably niggas that hit their ass for 10 million. So you think they give a fuck about their little 20, 30, 40? And for the ones that smacked for that and blew it instantly and didn't do shit with it, bro. I don't think we'll never get no shit like that again. Folks were talking about, man, I can't wait till that PPP come back. Boy, that hoe ain't never coming back. Just imagine how much money folks fraud. Like he said $500 billion. Probably 20% of that was fraud. No doubt.
Young female rapper Lotta Cash Desto was known for her Instagram posts showing her posing with expensive jewelry and stacks of cash. Her posts feature selfies with diamond chains and real cash in hand, not an uncommon thing for a successful rapper to do. And Desto was quite successful. She had 2 big singles, Lunchroom and Vegas, both collaborations with her mentor and chart-topping rapper Lil Uzi Vert. While the Memphis rapper earned her money legally, unlike the other people on this list, she unfortunately wasn't able to escape the consequences of posting her material wealth on social media. Desto was in Houston with her young friend, cruising around in her Porsche SUV, when she stopped at a red light at around 2:30 a.m. While at the light, a black sedan pulled up next to her. Then, 2 men jumped out and opened fire on Desto and her friend. One of the men who attacked Desto, Christian Isaiah Williams, was found in a nearby parking lot. He was suffering from a wound to the midsection given to him by Desto. Officers who found Williams also found some of Desto's possessions, confirming that it was for a...
Yeah, so she fired that iron back. Fuck you talking about? Okay, she fired that whole back. Man, rest in peace to her, because I know it's a lot of people from my city that was close to her. So it's like, I know this personally, that she was loved by a lot of people. So that shit fucked up.
Robbery. When the officers and paramedics arrived on the scene, they found Desto. She had already passed by the time they got there. Desto's friend was found with a single wound, but still alive. She was immediately transported to a hospital where she received treatment for her injuries. Police and other security experts have long warned hip-hop artists, along with anyone who collects expensive jewelry, to avoid posting it on social media, especially if you're famous, like Desto was. Number 2. Pooling money. Parents at a primary school in Surrey, England, had been wondering why their kids still didn't have enough supplies, despite
genuine love at that. She was genuinely loved by a lot of people. Not that fake love, because obviously she's famous. She's loved by a lot of people. No, I'm talking about genuinely loved by a lot of people. Like personal love, personal connections type shit.
Funneling hundreds of thousands of pounds into an after-school fund. After all the years spent wondering, the parents had their answers. The school bursar, Debbie Poole, had been siphoning off hundreds of thousands of pounds from the school's accounts. From 2011 to 2018, the school had struggled to provide their students with even basic supplies. One parent recalls her child coming home with a bunch of paper cutouts and a poster, all separated because they didn't have the glue to stick them to the poster. To help supply the school, parents and administrators put on several different fundraisers: cake sales, dinners, balls, and quiz nights. Meanwhile, Poole was pulling up to work in fancy cars like her Ford Cougar, while the head teacher drove around in an old Ford Fiesta. Poole had been working for the school for 18 years and hadn't had many problems in that period. In fact, she'd been given promotions throughout her entire career there. The school, known as Hinchley Wood Primary School, initially hired Poole as a senior administration officer. Then they promoted Poole to school business manager in 2011, which gave Poole direct access to the school's finances. The school had around 600 students at the time, meaning that their fundraisers were capable of bringing in substantial amounts of money. As the business manager, Poole would take in cash donated from parents directly. She also allocated funds through the school's bank account. Much of the account was made up of money from Woody's, the school's after-school program that Poole ran as a manager. Poole had the power to do whatever she wished with the cash and could send the money in the account virtually anywhere. She also had the power to write checks from the school. In other words, Poole had full control over every cent the primary school owned, particularly the fundraiser money. Mrs. Poole really enjoyed traveling. Many teachers are fortunate enough to have a couple of months off during the summer, and Poole made sure to make the most of her long vacation time. She and her husband Gary went on several lavish trips together. They spent their money at a 5-star getaway in a deluxe-sized bungalow with its very own private pool at a Greek holiday resort. They later returned to Greece to drop £13,000 on a 10-day stay at the exclusive Icos Olivia Resort in Thessaloniki. That same year, in 2018, Gary and Debbie Poole went on a more local trip to the Cotswolds, where they spent another £7,000 to stay at a luxury cottage for 15 people. They also went on Christmas vacations, spending their New Year's in places such as Amsterdam and Venice. Poole was caught,
Like, come on, bruh. Why is your old ass still in there going on vacations, bruh? I understand you old and shit, and that's probably why, because you old. But, bro, why not put the money up? Learn how to invest. Give it to somebody with, somebody know how to do something with the money other than spend it. Because that's probably what you're doing. That's why you ain't left the job yet. Because you stealing all this money. Nigga would have been retired. You feel me? Real deal. Other got some real estate. Ooh, you could have been stacking bread for real. But you up here stealing these folks from these kids at that. You stealing from kids. Children. You not even making sure they got what they need. But you taking chips. You need to be put under the jail.
to a whistleblower. The whistleblower said they decided to come forward to expose corrupt and bullying culture at the school. But most of all, they wanted to bring Poole to justice. When investigators eventually sifted through Poole and other administrators' offices, they found piles of checkbooks and bank statements. 48 of these statements were still in their envelopes, meaning that no one had seen what Poole had been doing, at least on paper, for 48 months. Since 2011, Poole had been transferring money to her accounts and writing herself checks periodically. In total, the investigation found that Poole had stolen over £500,000 from the school. And while she spent a good chunk of it on nice cars, the rest was poured into her proverbial travel suitcase. For her crimes, Poole is expected to receive a sentence from British courts in the coming months.
Oh, shit. Well, we 22 minutes into this, Jeremiah. Let me know if y'all want another video. We gotta get up out of here. Whoa.